Our guest speaker tonight is Brad Namdar. He is a local entrepreneur and philanthropist. He is an SMU grad. He is a former college athlete, a coach, and he owns a home decor and art house. His company represents some of the most well-known artists in the industry and boasts curating art for entities like Formula One and the psychedelic robot at the Crescent Hotel. Brad has given back to the community from his undergrad days, which we'll hear a little bit about, with his award-winning program, Dream Big, and has made large strides to where he is today. Now, I feel like have known Brad for years, and I really have known him for about a month. And so he is so easy to talk to and very personable and such a supporter of Altrusa and wants to do more. So I would like to right now call Brad Namdar to the podium, and I want to introduce him, and he will tell you his story and a little more about himself. Brad Namdar.
Hello, I'm Brad. So, a couple things. One, we were talking about teachers earlier, and I remember a third grade teacher, Miss Gentry, okay, and Bill, one of the best teachers I ever had because she put up with me. And then also Miss Susan, too. I was her best teacher for the record, even though she said it was but, Miss Gentry was awesome. She had one thing, whenever I acted, she'd go, Bradley Namdar! And I would be like, oh my God. But at the same time, she was also extremely kind. Spent time. She came to my first basketball game when I signed up for basketball in third grade. She came to my first soccer game when I first signed up. And I'll never forget, Miss Gentry, she's in her 60s, and I scored a goal. Header. Left corner. And Miss Gentry jumped up for the top rise, and I was like, yay, and pounded in the air, and I fell down. But that was the teacher she was. She was so supportive, but also, Franklin Namdar! It really, I'd like, to give a lot to Miss Gentry. She passed away about 15 years ago, and I was a teacher too, as well at one point. So I would always try to be like Miss Gentry, but then, I see Miss Gentry when I came in the room today, when I look at you guys as well, because you guys are so kind, you guys are also so welcoming, you guys are wonderful, and I think Altrusa is a wonderful organization, because, it's a sisterhood, and I make sure to eat last, the ladies are first. And I have such a respect for it because when you think about it, it's a no-brainer for me. I have an art house. Art, what does that mean? So we have an artist who's doing art pieces, Omnibus, and he has a new piece he wanted to come up with, and I explained more about Altrusa. He said, okay, here we go. And he's an anonymous artist. If you have Instagram, at Omnibus214. This is Instagram. Anonymous in Dallas, and he's down in galleries across the world, and everybody wants his stuff. And I told him about Altrusa. He goes, I'm going to do a piece, custom for them, that's going to be on the poster World War II of We Can Do It, right? And what we can do. In the background, every flag where Altrusa has a chapter in every country. And El Paso lined it up. And he goes, I'm going to do it on flip plexiglass just for the event. And I said, sounds cool. And we're going to do it. So we're going to make sure it's good. So we're going to do that as well. The candles that you guys have, that was a secret hobby I had, by the way, is I made candles as an undergrad and in grad. But when you're playing college football, and then I was a college coach, you can't be like, hey man, smell my lavender. It doesn't work well in that environment, because, especially in college football, definitely not. So I ended up making a bunch of candles, right? And then someone in the showroom bought it because I had 500 candles in my apartment. And my friends were like, this is a problem, we need to sell them. And, I was like, all right, we sold them, and did not know the world of mass manufacturing and distributing. But apparently they were good enough to get signed to a showroom where they represented our candle line. And I said, okay, let's try it. Little did I know the competition that there is in candles. I know too much about candles. I know a lot about candles. But I learned about international trade and commerce. And offered opportunities to art. And art is a vast industry in itself. And by the way, my sister is the artist. I was always in athletics, so 2.5 years ago I was coaching college hockey. All right, so I'm in the art world now. And then when you're convinced, and you look at it so much about, Okay, because their connection to a piece. So I'm gonna list the same artist that is, on our art label, the anonymous artist we have, is the same artist that's showing at Psychedelic Robot, which is one of the most prestigious art shows and installations in the country. And a lot of top artists, in the country are there as well. And so, really excited about that too as well. But I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about Altrusa, because when Susan, and with Pia, and everyone I think it's Bobby, and obviously I think it was Gail, it's just, there's a warmness that I feel in this room, right? And I have an older sister, she's 3 years older than me, okay? It's a very protective nature I have, especially as on this topic too. My mother's worked her entire life. My older sister, she works her entire life, right? Carla, who's my chief operating officer, but that really, she is my boss. I am not very much my boss, right? My fiance is working her entire life. And I think that, seeing a room full of women that work together to make the world a better place, I'm honored and I applaud you guys. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause, please. I really do. And I thought about, I'm speaking in a room full of women. I'm terrified, okay? Because one thing it is to help make the world a better place. And for me to give my candles to you guys and to do an event to help you guys in art is the least I can do. I'd love to get involved in anything else that I can, because I think it's really important, especially those poems, empowering, women, young ladies today, and working together to give back to the community. When I was an undergrad, we had this social entrepreneurship called Dream Big, and I was honored enough to win the SME Big Ideas Award. I was honored by the White House, a bunch of other brilliant brackets I knew, but what we did is we went to underprivileged communities, right? And we would give the kids, let's say there were IRC refugee kids from the International Rescue Community in Green Meadow, we would give them free balls, gear, prizes, awards, shirts. And I took advantage of the fact that I was an SME student athlete, which provided a network. But I was also the Estajio, which was a coaching apprentice at FC Dallas. So I knew the Adidas guy pretty well, So I was able to put these things together to help make Dream Big possible. Our first camp was for 300 kids. All right, 300 kids from Victory Meadow. If you give one of those kids a shirt, some of them share shoes. You have no idea. You guys probably do have an idea. There's a lot of ways to go, but how it impacted them. And the thing is that SMU, and I said it from our student senate when I needed funding at first, because they denied it. And I told them that, well, you're feeding a stereotype. That we're a bunch of kids at SMU that have money, and we have Louis Vuitton on the girls, and all the guys over here are this one. We have kids on the other side of 75, we don't care what we camp for, we don't want to fund it, really? Really? And then they helped fund our first camp. The whole student senate changed. And we had 167 volunteers in that event. 167 volunteers, okay? And 112 were the sorority girls. 112 sorority girls. And they loved it. They loved it. There was no problem with it. And they said, what's the next camp? The logistics of this camp was insane, but let's do another one. We did 11 more and expanded to 11 college campuses. And we did Dream Big basketball, Dream Big archaeology and paleontology that was there. And we also had, just different Dream Big art. And we kept this going for undergrad. And we were all about empowering students and empowering the students as a mentorship. So we use passion like art or sports as a medium, but we use our mentorship as these young college students as leading people to get them inspired, stay in school, and to strive. But the feeling you get when you give a kid a shirt and a ball, their face, they lit up. You have no idea. So I admire you guys at Altrusa for keeping that endeavor going. And the Richardson chapter as well. Incredible initiatives that you guys have, just at the table talking about it. I literally think that, in today's society, for every dollar a man makes, a female makes 81 cents. Okay, that's a stat. And in 2019, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And I think in 2019, I admire every single one of you guys for coming here on a Thursday, right? When you could be at home, when you could be relaxing, but the sisterhood that's so strong and bonding together for a common cause of diversity, that's literally the definition of not what a non-profit is, but that's for the definition of what a human is, what a empowering human is, what is passion, is to give back. So I've always believed that, giving back to the community tests your moral fiber and standards of the conduct of who you're going to be tomorrow. You know, and I just want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to meet all of you guys, gals, sorry girls, gals. I know, ladies. Miss Gentris. No, thank all of you guys. No, not all, but you guys have, kindness and compassion, I can say you guys. But no, I truly thank you guys for that. And Omnibus of Peace is going to be sick. That's a terminology in our world. Okay? It's going to be sick. It's going to be lit. And it's going to be cool. And the candles are the fragrance Gatsby that I created. You know that? For each member will get a plate, or each attendee will get a little bit of Gatsby. It's to die for. It's a great fragrance. Maybe a little biased because it's good fragrance, but no, it's a good fragrance. And then also, I can't wait to get involved in more community service outreach projects with you. You got lovely ladies. And I think it's cool. Do not let guys in, by the way, because don't do it, they'll just mess it up. Okay? Just like that right now. And I coached men's college and men's and women's soccer. I learned that way that definitely, efficiency is run differently at both sides of the spectrum. So I applaud you guys. I applaud you ladies. I applaud everything. I'm honored to be able to speak in front of you. I'd love to meet each and every one of you. You guys also are with my fiance. Okay, so I'd love to meet every one of you guys. You're around my fiance as well too, and Carla is our COO. She's also wonderful. Please introduce yourselves to Carla as well, so you get another member. And I think Richardson, there's so many other young females that should join the organization as well, and we're going to encourage them to do that as well and to be part of it. So thank you. And I'll be around afterwards to see you guys.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, any questions about art or life? Yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious to know, are you a Texan? Did you?
I was born and raised. I was born in Dallas, Texas. Man, the city of Dallas. Grew up in Plano. I was from Plano West. I went to Plano West. Then I actually went to Texas Tech. I played football there for a year. Coach Mike Leach, we won the Gator Bowl that year. And I was a kicker and punter, so at Texas Tech. It was easy to spot, obviously. They were huge. And then I went to SMU. I changed to SMU. So I'm a Red Raider and a SMU Mustang. So,
Where is your business something that we could visit?
absolutely, yeah, no, so the way it works with us, because we're doing shows and galleries and stuff, we're located off of Presidential. So any one of you are more than welcome to come in at any time if you'd like to come see our stuff. We have a website too, and I have a bunch of business cards too, if you want to look at art, have any questions and all that good stuff, and see our decor products, yeah, it's off of Presidential, so that's Arapahoe and that. Yes. Any other questions about decor, art, life? Where I was born? Yes, ma'am. Susan.
Brad, tell them about playing the loud music and...
Oh, Rob, yeah. Okay, so here's a funny story. So when I had my manufacturing facility, for our candles, we like to play music. Me and my best friend from college was just us pouring candles, manufacturing. And we played music really loud. But I made sure to look at the legal decimal limits, so I wasn't violating, commercial code. Okay, so. Yeah, that's how loud we played. We had to play really loud. So one day this guy comes in my dock and he goes, "Turn that music down." And I told him, I was like, first of all, remember, this is like my first month of having my own first office and manufacturing facility. I was like, don't come in my dock. Okay, this is my dock. Don't come in my dock. And he goes, he looks at these stones. And I was buying these rookie stones from Harry Hines, right? The long string stones that they had, you can buy them in jewelry, okay? And I was gluing them on the candles, It's not as masculine of a story as I can say it out loud. But anyways, so we're gluing on, he looks at the stones, and he goes, "Your stones are pretty bad." And I said, "We're about to fight." Okay, because he came in my dock and I insulted my stones. He goes, "Come with me." And I said, "Okay, stranger danger." All right. So I go next door, I see these amethysts, size these chandeliers. I see dinosaur bones. I see stones that look like, I don't know what, they're probably something really long at this point. His name is Rob Levinsky. He's one of 3 curators for the United States government. He's done museums all around the world. He also is one of the leading stone curators, not just in the world, but also in international junction. And he also is a geologist, and they named a stone after him called Levinsky that he discovered. So I was like, yeah, my stones suck. So he then we became, I didn't, I made sure to know what his playlist was, in case I didn't use it, but he helped source my stones. And we've got a very good relationship to this day. And talk about candles, when you're competing against these big candle companies or the other mass manufacturers, how do you become unique? And it hit me. And I said, Rob. And I went to Rob and said, Rob, I want to put these stones on top of the candles as decor, but I want a certificate of authenticity by you, Arkansas, sourced by you, to certify them as real gemstones. Because there's a lot of fake gemstones, and he goes, you got it. So then we were able to say that we did something, and we do something that no one else in the world can do, because they can't source it. Because my guy is the guy that I met who was playing too loud in Richardson. He was in Richardson. He's on Nat Geo. Like Nat Geo, he's a big time dude. But that kindness, right? Like that, to help me, even though I was doing this loud, I was indebted to him. And we were able to be unique. So we have amethyst candles, we have quartz, smoky quartz, Trinity Pyrite cluster, pink quartz for American Breast Cancer Foundation that we supported that month. And Rob really stepped up my stone game from Harry Hines. Yes, ma'am.
Where do you purchase said candles?
So said candles, we have a website. It's www.namdar.decor, and my last name is Namdar. I wanted to call it Candles by Brad, but then the showroom said, no, that sounds like a coloring book. So it's namdardecor.com, and our art house is www.houseofnamdar.com. And that's where you can see the art and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And also, ladies, honestly, if you like anything, just email us. Say with Altrusa, and we're gonna hook you up. We give you the friends, family, whatever it is. But my priority is to make sure that you guys help you guys as well. Yes, ma'am.
Describe your artwork.
Our artwork. Okay, so what we do is raise your hand if you know football.
No football?
No football. We're in Texas now. All right, so when I decided to start an art line, right, I was going to ball art offense. All right, that's what I decided to do. Because I saw that when I was competing with mass manufacturers overseas, right, in the art industry, they're able to go and say, okay, you like this painting, right? Well, your minimum quantity, this is a wholesale manufacturing sugar, has to be 4 units, $49.99 each. And I was like, okay, $49.90. That means like $500 if I was at the store. You're not gonna survive. So what I decided to do was do what the best coaches do. I found the best artists and I signed them, so contemporary artists in the country. I was able to sign the best pop artists. I have an unknown in Omnibus, who is the #1 volume seller of the psychedelic robot with heavy hitters and art. I signed the best that I could, and then I manufactured it in acrylic, brushed metal, canvas repros, and in prints. And also work with interior designers because they also have projects and houses, and I allow us to customize the sizing. And you can order a 36 by 24 in this design, or you can get a 60 by 40, or you want a 22 by 12, it doesn't matter. You pick, consumer picks. And the big mass manufacturers overseas, they can't do that. They couldn't keep up with that because they only get one stock item. This is your size, it's got a mat on the background, and it's going to have this frame. And I said, let's do something different. And I can tell you, and I'm proud to say, every product we make is made and manufactured in the United States of America. So that's what and you learn a lot, in the industry. So we were able to grow pretty quickly. In our shows, they usually think in the beginning that we were like interns or sales reps for someone else. And we're like, no, we own the line, and all that other good stuff. But wide range of artists. We talked to everyone. We have photographers. We had a young lady from Fort Worth drive down last night to our office. I'm always there. And she came with her fiance too, and she's a photographer, very talented. So she's got great penguin photos. You see. These penguins look great. But, so it's just a wide range. So it's fine.